Hey y'all, check out these new toys I made here. They're 1 gallon water jugs or beer jugs, I don't know. Anyway, straight water in them. These are temporary, just taped on here, but got 2 bulbs running off of there. Each bulb is going to a ground. One's going to the chassis ground there, and this one over here is going to the earth ground. Note. Same earth ground here, coming into the spark gap. Same setup as before. MOT secondary high side is arcing, or at least now it's going to stay closed to ground. And check out this peculiar fault arcing we've got going on here. We're using the rotary. This is chopping the 120 right out of the outlet. And I'm getting some really weird arcing in the form of what looks like branched lightning all around the primary coil of this thing. It's really wild, but that's not what I want to show you specifically. I'm going to turn the rotary back up to where we're going real fast here and kill the lights real quick. I'm going to adjust the spark gap to, hold on. Okay, I'm going to, with this rotary running full speed, we're pulsing the reactance bank into the MOT, and the spark gap here is going to ground the high side of the MOT secondary. And other than that, we have a dual hairpin configuration going through these condensers in series, the output of them off the collectors and through just arcing to the terminals on each of these bulbs. That's a grow light, I think, and this is a regular light. Both of them are grounded to ground. This one's going to house chassis. This one is going to the earth ground rod outside. And what the spark gap's going to be doing is arcing the secondary to the earth. And what you'll see is a change in what's going on here. It's almost a self-oscillation that's happening, because initially when the spark doesn't occur, the high side is energizing. Better not touch that, it's plugged in. The high side is energizing the first one, and we get a pulse out of this bulb. And then when the spark occurs, it collapses, and this goes negative, and this actually becomes a higher potential than ground and pulses this condenser. And then it discharges through there. So then the spark ends, and what happens is it starts repeating. So we get this constant back and forth pulsing that's going on here. So I'm going to turn off the lights and fire it up and let you see it real quick here. Okay, here we go. Rotary's speeding up. You can see it's barely arcing at all. This is 120 right out of the wall. So here's the 2 bulbs. You can see they have this oscillating effect. I'm going to close the spark gap all the way, and notice how this one no longer has any reaction. This is the high side over here on the left, and coming out of the MOT, and now that is connected straight to the earth ground rod. So earth ground rod through the capacitor to the collector through the bulb to house ground has no effect. When I back the gap out a little bit, you can see as the disruptions start to occur, this oscillation starts happening on both sides instead of just the first side. And when I slow the rotary all the way down, check out what starts to happen as it slows down. I've got the spark gap out pretty far. Much stronger arcing going on the spark gap now. Secondary is arcing back to the primary, I think, on the MOT, from best I could tell. And we're getting a much brighter spark over there, so there's obviously more energy going in, but you can almost see the oscillation effect happening.